Good afternoon. Welcome to another lovely week ahead of us. I am Manoj James. Welcome to Neethu's Academy Reading. Hope you had a stunning weekend. Yes, we all enjoyed the weekend. Why? Because we were there in that award function. It was an absolute stunner where we could meet a lot of different personalities who had done great things in their life, and we were so privileged to watch that most coveted nurses award. So yes, so back to studies, isn't it? After the weekend of enjoyment and all those things, we're back with study with me in reading. Tintu Sagar, good afternoon. Very good afternoon to all of you. Okay, so really looking forward to have another fruitful session with all of you throughout this week. So tell me, how was your weekend? What did you do? Anything spectacular? Working? What were you up to? And of course, we would definitely be looking into the aspects of all those things that we cater for all of you. We have n number of exams, like the linguistic exam that we do training for you all. If you want to get more insights, we have the admin number which is on the screen. Just give them a call. They will be happy to assist you. And if you want some professional approach on the exam, on like getting ready for the exam preparation, we have our regular batches available. Few seats are still there for July, August, September. Or if you are not having much of a time and you want quick one, the basics, do enter our crash course. Those are all things that we come in front of you with. You're always welcome to get appropriate advice from our counselors or our administrators. Sarita, good afternoon. Manju Marita, good afternoon. So why I keep on telling all those things over and over again, okay, is again because of the messages that is there in our Telegram group. See, please be aware of it. We do not have any other groups apart from two. We have an official Neethus Academy Telegram page, which we have just pinned the link. That is the one. And the other one is an exclusive reading Telegram page. We do not have any other pages in Telegram because we found that there are some fraudulent people who is always posting, please add me in other groups. See, we don't have any other groups. Okay. So again, so seeing that everybody is thinking that we have other groups, we do not have. We only have two groups, and those are all public groups where you have free access. Okay, none of our Telegram groups is a paid one. Both are free groups, but there is a criteria that you have to meet if you want to enter the reading exclusive Telegram. That is because we want to avoid these kind of fraudulent people. So our admins will ask you to send certain details. After double checking only, we'll be accepting you into that group. That is the only thing. Renju, good afternoon. Alfie, good afternoon. Kenga Devi, good afternoon. Savita, good afternoon. Jenny, good afternoon. Sindhumol, good afternoon. So very good afternoon to all of you. Is there anybody who is attending for the very first time? Please do let me know. Why again? That is just to guide you through on the aspect of how things are and what are the things that you have to really be cautious about. Alvin Joes, good afternoon. Neethu Jijo, good afternoon. A very good afternoon. A lot of names are very familiar with. There are a few names which I'm seeing for the very first time. So if you are attending for the very first time, please do let me know. Yes, I am attending for the very first time, and also where you're from. Not for any other, Namita and Nish, good afternoon. Not for any other reason, okay? That is just to show the lovely student who have been so much in hand working with us. Because of them, that we grow on a daily basis, because they support us by sharing the link, they support us by liking the page, they support us by following us, they support us by subscribing our channels. So they should know that whatever that they are doing is of benefit, because every day we know that there are new students who are entering because of their share. So if I missed your good afternoon, I'm very sorry. It's not deliberate. Namita Anish, good afternoon. Sanil, good afternoon. So all you lovely students, very good afternoon. How was your weekend? Weekend? What did you do? How was your weekend? That's the most important thing. Atira Shashi, good afternoon. Binu George, good afternoon. Very, very, very good afternoon. Now please be kind enough to tell me, how was your weekend? What did you do? എന്താ ചെയ്തേന്ന്? Rashmi Mohammed, good afternoon. What did you do this weekend? What was special about this weekend? Anything special? A happy Mother's Day to all of you. Yeah. So that is another thing which is there, isn't it? All those trendy days for each one of us. Good. Now tell me, what did you do this weekend? എന്താ ചെയ്തേന്ന് പറയാം ഈ weekend? No, none of you didn't do anything. Duty, studies as usual. Okay, fair enough then too. Sneha Gopi, good afternoon. So others, what did you do this weekend? Anything spectacular? Like anything special? Anything happened? I know that few of you had your exams, of course. Vidya Ranjit, good afternoon. None of you didn't do anything? Are special? No? Really? Okay. Good. Now let's go into what we are here for. We'll be doing two things. Sonia Abraham, good afternoon. We'll be doing two things. One, we'll be talking about a part B question, and the other one is about shooting the part A answers. Amuta Singaraj, good afternoon. A new name. So why I keep on asking you is just to make sure that you are regularly following us and you're doing all those things which is needed for you to enhance your scores and reach your dream. That's the whole purpose. Now, why I keep on asking. Okay, as I mentioned, we have two Telegram groups. One is the official Neethus Academy Telegram group, which we have already pinned. In that group, we'll be posting all the regular things which is going to have an impact on you and your studies. Okay, and also Chris's listening class. We do provide listening classes for free as well. That also every day in Zoom. The link will be shared in that official Neethus Academy Telegram page. And the other thing is about grammar challenges are posted. Any new insights about whatever the exams or anything that you would definitely want to will be given there. So please do enter that. Amut Soya Karat Khairali. Soya Karat Khairali. Good afternoon. New name. So is there anybody who's attending for the first time? I don't know. There are a few names which is very, very, very new to me. But none of you have told me that you're new. Anyway, Savita, study is a very important one. Of course, study is always important. Okay. Fair enough. Now, what are we going to do? We'll be doing a part B question first. Okay. Now, part B question will be shared on the screen. Okay. And you will have only 2 minutes of time. A 2 minute time. Your job is to make sure that you find an answer. Okay. Before the time exits. Sonia Abraham, sir, I'm quite busy for a touch of break. No problem, Sonia. Take care. Okay. See, these are all the lovely students that are there, isn't it? They always try to. So that's the honor that we from Neethus family get, because you are always there to support us, to lend that hand, saying that, yeah, we are there for you. Good. Mini Shaju, good afternoon. So as you are all there, we have given ample amount of time for the student. Danya Nidin, good afternoon. So are you all ready for today's session? No. How many of you are ready for today's session? Give me a quick thumbs up. Mini Shaju, sorry for being late. No problem at all. Amuta, I am new, sir. Today is my first class. Amuta, thank you very much. And would you be kind enough to tell me where are you from? If it is okay, just to show that our students that you are in a class where it is multi-diverse in nature. Minisha, you ready? Fair enough, fair enough. Because you have to understand Neethu Jijo is ready. Okay, excellent. Chintu Sagar is ready. Excellent. Namita is ready. Very good. See, you have to know ഒരു inner എന്താ പറയാ ഒരു excitement കൊണ്ടുവരാണ് ചോദിക്കുക. കാരണം you should know that you are in a classroom where people are from different parts of the world. Neha Gopi is ready. Good enough. There are people from Middle East, African continent. There are people from Asian continent. എല്ലായിടത്തു നിന്നുള്ള പല പല ആൾക്കാർ. Renju, B, okay. Dhanya ready, Rashmi Mol ready, Amuta Singaraj ready, Soya ready. Okay, fair enough. Right, because you are all ready. So we are also ready. Alvin Jones is ready. Excellent. So there will be a question which will be popping on the screen. Savita Sun is ready. So as soon as a question pops up, you'll have a timer there. Or a timer on the side. You have to bite. You have to compete with the timer and get your answers. And also the most important thing, there you have the question. Please do the material, and then we'll be discussing. Okay, time. It's always time that we are competing with, isn't it? So I hope all of you have got the answers. എല്ലാവർക്കും ആൻസർ കിട്ടിയോ? Yes? If so, എന്താണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ആൻസർ? That is important. But the most important one for us to guide you through is if you can tell me where you have got the answer from, how you got the answer. Yeah, that is very, very important. And I want all of you to start commenting. This world is not for people who are standing behind. This world is all for people who are able to come in the front. Vidya Ranjite, Atira Shashiye, Sheena Tome, Bessie, good afternoon, sir. I have given my exam last Saturday. Reading part A was rather tougher than which is provided in Telegram group. Text B and C contain tables of different values, scores. 5 questions were to find out scores and values. Thank you very much, Bessie, for giving me that insight. I was told that it is, but generally, as long as you have given your fullest of your effort, now leave the rest to the person above. He will take you through. Mark my words. Okay, so do not worry. So happy to hear what you have thought about on your day of exam. Okay, and of course, God has a great thing in reserve for you. So be happy with that. Amuta, A. Alvin, A. Savita, A. Vidya saying middle of the paragraph, Tintu, A from first few lines. Benu George, C. Okay, now I have another option. And Namita is saying B. Okay, now I am happy because A, B, C. Soumya Shijo, good afternoon. Anthony San, C. Rashmi Mol, C. Bessie, thank you. Pleasure, Bessie. Sanil B from third line. Soya C. Okay, now it's a mix, isn't it? Equal proportion of A, B, C. Jasmi Altaf is saying B. Minu Shaju B. As I mentioned, please be kind enough to tell me where you got. Where Lanidi. Okay, Ashley Thomas B. Priya Sunil Kumar B. Fair enough, fair enough. So it's a mix, isn't it? A, B, C. A, if you said first few lines. A, if you said middle of the paragraph. Fair enough. And how about others? നിങ്ങളുടെ ആൻസർ എവിടെ നിന്ന് കിട്ടി എന്നുള്ളത് എന്താണ് ആൻസർ വേണം, ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ഫോർ അസ് ടു ഗൈഡ് യു എവിടെ നിന്ന് കിട്ടി എന്നുള്ളത് പറയും. ദിവ്യ വിഷ്ണു ബി, രഞ്ജു ബി. Now B has overtaken A and C, is it? Ashley answer is from the entire text. Okay, fair enough. Right. So all of you are saying it is A, all of you are saying, sorry, few of you are saying it is A, few of you are saying it is B, few of you are saying it is C. Now, let's see what the answer is. Okay, now we'll be discussing, the question will be coming back on the screen. Okay, but till the question comes, let me tell you a brief about how to tackle part B. See, tackling part B is quite easy compared to why it's smaller extract. And you have the appropriate question to the given content. And you are expected to find the answer from the given paragraph. It has to be there in the paragraph. Now you see, the question is coming on the screen as well. Isn't it? I think the question is discussed earlier. That is a different question. I know that I have discussed AED, but that's a different question. But thank you, Neethu. Sharp. Good. I'm happy that all of you are remembering that what we have discussed. Sneha is saying B. See, that is where, see, now why I deliberately gave you this same and the same kind of material. That is why most of you are, without checking the question, you are roughly telling an answer. Okay, idan important. See, your part B should be on the aspect of what is it saying from the given paragraph, from the given three options. Avadeyana challenge. Now question, isn't it? What is the question saying? Question is very specifically saying it is a manual. Fair enough. What information is it giving to us? Okay. My answer options. Is it giving indications? Or is it giving how to use the device or how to be used? Or is it giving me indications? How? What are the indications of power heart? This particular AD. Now going. Now I have understood, okay, it is giving, it's a manual. So it is definitely about some devices. Okay, what is a device? It is automated device like power heart AED. Fair enough. Now what is it talking about? Now the problem in here is students generally mistook it. See, indications, okay, common. So what is the next problem? Emergency treatment, or is it about power heart HCT? Okay, the device is there. Okay, effectively used, whether it is talking about how to use that device efficiently. That means to most potential of what the device is for. Now read it. Okay, automatic devices like power heart AED are intended to be used by the personnel who are trained in its operation. Okay, they are saying generally it should be dealt with the most appropriate person. So nothing from the given three option. Reading further, because the best way to find the answer is elimination. Now let's see. The user should be qualified by training in basic life support or other emergency medical response or authorized by physician. Now, generally, if you really look into the first part of the paragraph, as what you have said, is it talking about automatic, how the device can be effectively used? See, this how is the problem. The question is not how. Engane. Sorry, the question is engane. Ida are, who are. Understood? See, the WH questions, we say 5 wives and 1 husband. Why is that 5 wives? 5 WH questions are there. W. And 1 H. How? Okay. Now, each question, when that WH comes, the whole answer changes. Even a how. How means engane, not who. WHO, those are people who have to be qualified now. Understood? So generally this is not the answer, but again, I'm not confirming. Let's read further. The device is indicated for emergency treatment of victims exhibiting symptoms of sudden cardiac arrest who are unresponsive and not breathing. So indications of emergency treatment. Indications in the how it is showing that is needed for. No, the device is indicated. That means it is used for. Indicated, it is used for emergency treatment for victim. Are the indications of emergency treatment Allah who needs that device? Avadeyaanu keyword in the prashnam maarunnathu. Emergency treatment device is indicated for. That means it is used for. Indications of emergency treatment means signs. Two different things. Again, post-resuscitation, if the victim is breathing, the AED should be left attached to allow for acquisition, detection. Acquisition, again another word, learning or development or acquiring habit, quality, and detection of ECG rhythm. If a shockable ventricular tachyarrhythmia recurs means reoccur, come back. The device will charge automatically, advise the operator to deliver G3 or automatically deliver the G3 automatic. If the patient is a child, an infant up to 8 years of age or up to 52 pounds, lbs, 25 kg, the device should be used with the model. They're talking about another model. Okay, so generally they are only talking about indications for signs for using P3. Why? It is used if the patient is showing the symptoms of sudden cardiac arrest, or if the patient is showing unresponsiveness, again a symptom, not breathing, again symptoms. These are the indications. So when these happen, what do? You use the AED. Understood how you got the answer? So the answer is definitely it is C. So people who have got C, good enough. People who have got A, you went behind keywords. People who went B, you didn't understand the difference between WH question. Not who the device can be used. How? Understood? Clear, IO? Anything that you're not sure about, anything that you are discuss, please be kind enough to ask me. If you are clear, fair enough. Clear, IO Larkin? Any doubts? Clear? Okay, fair enough. Endengiലും doubt undo? See, don't go with preset assumptions, okay? Preset assumption, oh, this is the material. See, material is there, but the question can change. ഒരേ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് പല ഒരു വേർഡ് ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്ത്, എസ്പെഷ്യലി വിത്ത് WH. ഓക്കെ, സി വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദ കോസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ് അതിന്റെ കോസ് എന്താണ്. വെൻ ഡിഡ് ഇറ്റ് കോസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ജസ്റ്റ് വൺ വേർഡ് അറ്റ് ദ ഫ്രണ്ട്. എപ്പോൾ. ഹൂ കോസ്റ്റ്, ആര്. വൈ, എന്തിന്. Enganema question. The very same question, just replacing that WH. About WH plays a pivotal role. So please understand, ബാക്കിയുള്ളതല്ല first part important ആണ്. Understand? Okay, so fair enough. Who means are, that is a person. How means engane. That's a difference. Alle? Clear? അപ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലായ ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു misinterpretation is gonna make your answer go wrong. So look cautiously when you are reading the question. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞത്, when you are reading the question, when you are reading the answer option, give importance. അത് എന്താണ് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളത് മനസ്സിലാണ്. The overall gist is important. Clear? Shall we all go to part A? Because I couldn't see that apart from this who and how, I couldn't see any other doubts. Because all of you are aware of all those things, let's go into the next set. அடுத்த set in the part A. Right. I hope I was of some benefit today. And you made sure that you start telling yourself it's not what the passage is talking about, it's what the question is asking you with regards to the passage. Answer to the question from the given options. Blindly പോകരുത്. Okay, that's what ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് എന്തിനാണ് ഈ ഒരു പാസേജ് എടുത്തേണ്ട കാരണം. ബിക്കോസ് ഐ നോ ദാറ്റ് വി ഹാവ് ഡൺ ദ വെരി സെയിം പാസേജ്, പക്ഷെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ് മാറിപ്പോയത്. Clear? Okay. Yes, it is deep brain stimulation. Now, as usual, we always request your humbleness on the aspect of giving us a feedback on how you felt about the material. എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു ഇന്നത്തെ പാട്ട്? Yes, Anu is saying deep brain. Minisha is saying deep brain. Deep brain and deep brain. Neethu is saying deep brain. Okay, fair enough. Now, how you felt about the material? That's important. Give us some insights on the aspect. How you felt? Ningade insight endanu. Because from that only we will be able to see. We always look into your valuable feed. Because we are not people who will just simply avoid. Because we love to hear from you. Okay, we always believe that your voice is more louder. We always trust that, we always believe that, because you are more prominent people for us. Right, excellent. Sneha is saying tricky, Mini is saying easy, Shash is saying hi, okay, hi. Rashmi Mol is saying tricky, okay. Atira is saying easy, so this is after some time that is a mix of easy and tricky, is it? Okay, so Neethu madam have done her part. Tricky question, but easy. Very nice. I like that question. Sorry, I like that option. Tricky question, but easy. Attending first time, sir, is so kind enough of you. Would you be kind enough to tell me where are you from, sir? Okay, if you could. It's not mandatory, but just to know, I would always add on to my collection saying that I have people known across these 6 places. 50-50, Sanal. Okay, fair enough. There you have another different option. 50-50. Yeah, tricky but easy. Attending, yes. Sash, where are you? Okay, now when you are, I think not all of you have told me how the insights is, because we always tell you, isn't it? Your comments are highly taken into as the most important ones. So we always expect all of you to comment, but of course we can't compare, isn't it? Of course you all have your, just doing it now. Soumya, I would definitely say if you're doing it now, then it is not the right time, because what happens, you will be hearing the answers soon, then the material will go waste. Yeah. Right, now let's go into what are the tips and tricks. The tips and tricks we have already done in our previous video. We have done an exclusive video on the aspect of how to improve your scores and what are the things that you definitely have to look for when you are going into. See, as a very quick thing, See, first and the foremost important thing is about skimming and scanning. And the skimming and scanning should be done in a maximum of 1 to 2 minutes. See, 1 to 2 minutes is what you are expected to complete your answers. Understood? So you can't take more than that. Why? Because we only have that much amount of time. So always ensure that this is in mind. 1 to 2 minutes. That should be there. Very, very important thing that you always have to remember. And what are you to do when you are skimming? The first and the foremost important thing is you underline the keywords in the question. You're not going to go to the question, you're going to go to the text first. You have 4 texts: text A, text B, text C, text D. So you should know when text A starts and when text A ends, text B starts, what are the important gist about it. Okay, generally if you really look into, okay, you shouldn't take too much more than 15 to 20 seconds per text. That's the maximum that you can take. So you are not going to read deep brain stimulation, DBS is a neurological procedure. No way. You're going to run through it. How are you going to run? DBS is a neurosurgical procedure, which is one more than small electrodes, providing brain dependency, and the symptoms that are used. The electrode signal sends electrical stimulation, regulate the abnormal activity which causes the symptom, and the amount of stimulation is delivered, and the electrode is controlled by the place under the skin or chest. The deep brain stimulation process is performed to treat the patient with movement disorders such as Parkinson's and dystonia, epilepsy. All the symptoms cannot be controlled through medication or other treatment. There are billions of neurons in each human brain, which is communicating with each other using electrical and chemical signals, and neuron make a difference. Less active when it happens, those in the brain, and depending on the effective, you can have disruption, the ability to I'm done. So those are my keywords in there. Likewise, you're going to mark in B, because if you really look into under local anesthesia, so this is about performance generally. Currently, the present one, so you should know how the transition happens. And in the flow chart, you should know that not only that the numbers are important, but also others are also. Evaluation of Parkinson's disease. So throughout this is going to talk about Parkinson's disease. So anything which is talking about Parkinson's alone, you should know that it is affecting D. After this, you're going to go to the question. You have to skim through the 4 texts, then you go to the question. Now see, again the important WH question. How, not how many. So this is definitely going to be a number of patients were undergone deep brain stimulation. So that means how many. So do you really need to worry about how many means? The answer should definitely be in text D, because how many is it talking about? All these numbers in D only. So the answer is very straight, it is D. Next question, which are the important disorders addressed by DBS procedure? So what are the important disorders addressed? I know I have read Parkinson's and all those things. So do you really need to worry about, oh, I remember I underlined all these diseases in A. So the answer is A. This is why you need to remember what you're underlining and keywords. Now the imaging procedure that are used to determine the intended area. So imaging procedure, where are they talking about all these imaging procedures? I know that it is there somewhere in B. When I underlined, I know that it is talking about MRI and CT. Do you really need to worry about more? No, I'm okay with that. Why? It is the imaging technologies. No other place I have found. So the answer is B. Kind of testing that seemed to be difficult for few patients. A few means some, few means 0. That's the difference. A few, that means some. So where are they talking about some patients? So I know that these patients are, again, do you really need to worry about? It is clearly mentioned. All these some patients are mentioned where? It is there in here. Refused to come off medication and all. So what happened? The answer is D. Important instruction to be followed by health professionals to give serious difficulty prior. So health professional, serious difficulties, where are they talking about? I know I have underlined it in Text C, because it is not included that every member of the surgical team, including the referring neurologist, has an important role in avoidance of such complication, proper and careful patient selection, and all those things. So do you really need to worry about more? No. So healthcare perspective is mentioned in C. Now question number 6. How cut is closed post-operation and how inserted instrument is kept stable. So very specifically it is asking you throughout text B. I know that procedure. I told you the procedure only happens in B. So do we need to worry about cut and all those things? It is mentioned in the procedure only. So B. Significance of neurons action in delivering electrical signal. Any doubts? Where have we underlined many neurons and all? It's in A, because see, there are billions of neurons. So the answer is A. Understood why skimming is important? I hope now you start understanding the importance of skimming key words. Now the next set, okay, see these instructions and all are, we expect you to by heart it. Okay, so that you do not waste valuable time. The second set, always remember the numbers 8 to 14. Now the present update is saying short answer questions are from 8 to 14. So answer key option instructions are word, number, both, short phrase. These are all the instructions which has been given also. Now question 8. What is being made by the skull? Thin wire of electrodes implanted into the targeted area. So where are they talking about all these thin holes, all those things? I know that it should be there in the procedure. I told you that it is important that you start understanding all these. Now what are those? So where are they talking about? Through burr holes made in your skull, a thin wire lead with electrodes at the end is implanted into the targeted area where abnormal activity occurs. So the answer is burr holes, Burrholes. A multidisciplinary STIM team gathering 50% was 50 of the patient approved. So when you're talking about 50% and approved and all, STIM is the next abbreviation, which is the key word. So where is STIM? It is here. Multidisciplinary here. So what are the answers? 50 is also there. So the only thing which is missing is surgical treatment. Is a two-word answer. SURGICAL TREATMENT. Sneha Gopi. Just if you have, it's a typo, no problem. Because burr holes is a two-word answer. And you have written as one word. If you have written that one word, please mark it as wrong because that answer is not right. Because in the passage it is given as two words. So please ensure that you are replicating what has been mentioned in the paragraph. If it's a typo, no problem at all. Question number 10. Question is saying which cells, so which cells going to become limited in the activity as a result of brain conditions. So very specifically, which cells? Cells means which cells? We know that it is mentioned in text A, because cells and all those things, several brain conditions can make neurons in different part of your body become less active. So what is the cell? The cell is neurons. Okay, some brain condition you can get it from text A, neurons. Good enough. So the next question, what is being sent by electrodes? So send electrode that can regulate abnormal activity which causes symptoms. So what is it sending? Again, something very straight from text A. The electrode sends electrical stimulation. So the answer is electrical, ELECTRICALSTIMULATION. Sindhumal Ramachandran, your neuron spelling, please double check. If you have written like that, again, please mark it wrong because that is not the spelling. Question number 12. What are the infrequent? Now, this is a very beautiful word. Why infrequent together is a different meaning to in space frequent when it is two words. Okay, infrequent means rare. Intraoperative complication. So, where is intraoperative complication happening? Intraoperation complications are happening in text C. What are rare? Now, the next thing is rare. What are the things that is mentioned as rare? So, rare are paralysis and hematoma are rare. So, the answer is paralysis, P-A-R-A-L-Y-S-I-S, and hematoma, H-E-M-A-T-O-M-A, because they are very specifically asking. The next keyword is important, is complications. One or more, definitely more than one. So question 13, the instrument that resembles a pacemaker placed under the skin near the collarbone, second phase DBS. So where are they talking about the second phase DBS placed under? So second phase, where I know that it is mentioned in text B, second stage. So what is that? A pacemaker like device. So what is that device called? Pulse generator. So what is the next option? Will be placed. So what is placed? Pulse generator. Very good. It's a two-word answer. Pulsgenerator. Excellent. Question 14. How many patients were not willing? Now, not is a very important keyword. Not willing. So, patient not willing. Do we really need to worry about where that answer would be? How many patients refuse to come off medication? How many? One. So the answer is 1. Good enough. Now again, the next important thing is fill in the blanks question, which starts from 15 to 20. This is also very important. Again, instruction we expect you to by heart it. So please by heart the instruction, because all the instructions are very similar. Now here also, the problem you have to be a bit more conscious is redundancy. If the same word is mentioned in the question, you are not supposed to write it again. Okay. Now let's see. 21 patients were not being placed in DBS pathway due to non-optimization of. So 21 patient non-optimization. I know that it should be somewhere in text D, definitely. So non-optimized, how many patient? How many patient due to? 21 is also there. So what is the problem? Problem is due to medications. Medicattions. Very good. Depending on the part of the affected, you can have disruptions, abilities to control in that area. So they are talking about disruption somewhere. So where are they talking about? I know that disruption, it's talking about depending on the part of the brain affected. So depending on the part of the brain affected, you will have disruptions. All the other keywords are very straight mentioned. Question number 17. So all these diseases, I know that I have marked. Do you need to worry about where to find the answers? Go straight into where? That area. And find what is missing. The deep brain stimulation procedure is performed to treat the patient with movement disorders. So that is something which I have marked as my keyword. So if you really look into all those keywords, most of the keywords are already underlined. So movement disorders is a two-word answer. MOVEMENT-DISORDERS. Excellent. Question number 18. A dash is placed over borehole. Now borehole, I know where it is. And then hold the lead placed in the incision site closed. So I know that where it is. Now the only thing I have to look for is what is the one which is missing. Once the surgery is over, so what is that? plastic cap. See, a plastic cap. Now, if you have written a again, the answer will be wrong. Why? Because in the question, is already mentioned. So it's a two-word answer, PLASTIC CAP. Second stage. Okay. Should we need to worry about where that second stage is? I know that it should be there in B. Now, connecting wires, skin. I'm sorry, it's not all those things are the keywords. Yeah, very sorry. So connecting wires, battery operated, pulse generator. I know where to look for now. So where am I going to look? I'm going to look and search for the areas again. A pacemaker. Then what are they saying? Which will be placed under the skin and near the collarbone. So my answer is a one-word answer. COLLARBONE is a one-word answer mentioned, no two words. Okay, so if you're writing a two-word, again your answer is wrong. Please mark it wrong. Question number 20, the last one today. It is the dash that generates complications and side effects in people in the most common form. So most common form, all those things are as such mentioned. I know that it is there somewhere in C. Why? All those things are as such mentioned. Why? Complications or side effect as a result of chronic stimulation. So it's a two-word answer itself, but all the other words are as such. So I have finished my 20 answers. Now it is high time that you tell me what are your total scores out of 20 that you have achieved. And if there is any doubt, please be kind enough to ask me as well. 18, Femi, very good. Keep it up. Good enough, good enough. How about others? Rashmi, more 15. Okay, good enough, good enough. I want all of you to tell. Mini Shaju, 20 out of 20. Excellent, very good. Anu Anil, 19. Excellent, good enough, good enough. Neethu Jijo, 19. Excellent, good enough, good enough. Saumya Shijo, 18. Good enough, good enough. Atira Shashi, 19. Excellent, good enough. Sneha Gopi, 17. Good enough. Amuta Singaraj, good enough. 20. The first time entry, isn't it? Good enough, keep it up. Namita, 19. Saumya Shijo, thank you. Pleasure. So again, people were new. There are lots in the sense. There are, of course, there are lots of new students who have entered, but nobody have told me except for 2 people have told me that you're new. So I expect that all of you have that courage to come and say, yes, I am entering for the first time, because we are all here with a purpose. Sanil Shaiju, 16, good enough. Sindhu Mol Ramachandran, 19, good enough, good enough. Keep it up, excellent. Right, as I could see that none of you has any doubt. No, none of you have any doubt, sorry. Okay, so because you don't have any doubts, we will be winding the session. So until I see you tomorrow, adios from me. God bless you all. Take care.